Okay, so I'm here with
Mr. Moore, Principal, Crenshaw High School.
Okay, can you spell your name for me?
Moorer.
How did his death affect you?
Me?
Yeah.
Personally, or the entire community?
First, you
Me,
personally. And
personally, it hurts me to lose another young brother in our community, and especially him, because he was such a peaceful, honorable person, and he had such a high potential, for the future. And I personally knew him, and I would have personal conversations with him, so it hurt me tremendously.
For the community, how do you think it affected everyone?
Well, it was a huge impact. Our community faced a lot of trauma as it is, and this reminds me of trauma that we've been facing for many, many years from when I was a child. I've lost friends in high school, and I've seen stories of this. We've had great movies such as Cooley High, which is like the same thing of a young basketball player losing their lives, and it had such a great potential. It's a nonsense, and so it's a tremendous impact. And, we've had several situations happen at our school, so it's a lot of trauma on us.
Yeah. For the people that went to the party when it happened and the whole situation, and people that are not speaking up, that know things, or people that know who did it, or like such case, what do you feel that should be said to the community for people to start speaking up?
I mean, I don't know too much about that part, to be honest with you. But all I know, if you know something, do something. Do the right thing.
I agree. Yeah. Okay, who are we here with?
Aaliyah and Zoe.
Okay, did you guys personally know Quincy?
Yeah, we went to Crenshaw High School with Quincy. I was in the same class as him, like majority of my classes I had with him, and
I was a year behind, but he was very welcoming when I came to the school.
How did his death affect you and like your community or your school?
well, me personally, Quincy was like all these other girls. I don't know how everybody else messed with Quincy, but that was like really my dog. Like that was my bro. That was my boy. So when that happened, I was like, it really it's like a big ass heartbreak. Like somebody, it literally feel like a piece of my body like it's gone, because it's not something that I forget. Like I think about it every day. Like I could be doing anything and just be like, damn, Quincy not here. Like that shit bothering. It's like, bothering as hell.
It's a heartbreak, but yeah, it's not something you're gonna get over easy.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get over it. I think about it every day. Some days be better than others, literally.
Yeah. For the people that went to the party with him and have information on what happened or anything like that, no one's speaking up, how do you feel, or what do you want to say?
If you're lame as fuck. I'm
sorry for our profanity, but if you're not speaking,
Karma.
Just look at me.
Karma's a...
I swear to God, karma is a big fat bitch. If you're not speaking, I promise you, the universe is gonna speak for you. Everything that happens in the dark comes to light. If you not gonna say nothing, all right.
And then they're upping the rewards too. So see something, say something.
And then my whole thing is, you shouldn't even want to do it because of the reward. Like you should want to do it because this didn't deserve to happen to Quincy. Quincy wasn't no gangbanging ass boy. He wasn't outside in the streets. Oh, I'm a thug. Whoopty whoopty whoop. Like he wasn't doing all of that. So
he was very about his career, all that.
He was about his business.
He got what he needed to get done first before he did anything other.
Y'all ain't standing on business. Keep talking. Next question, please.
That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Paradise Cooperwood.
Which is Quincy's mom. And I wanted to ask you, I know it doesn't get harder, obviously you lost your baby, and I'm his age, so I know how I feel, but how did it impact you to when you got the call and stuff like that he died?
When I received the call, I was at an event, and I hadn't spoken to him all that day, and so I was with my best friend, and I was about to leave my event, but I had this bad feeling in my heart, and I kind of felt a little off a little bit, and so I was like, okay, well, I'm probably just a little tired, exhausted, so I'm just going to, go home. And so as I was driving home, I got a phone call, and my cousin had told me, she said to me, tell me it's not true. And I was like, tell you what's not true? And she was like, tell me that little Quincy is not dead. And I was like, I don't know if I can use profanity on you guys' thing, but I said, what the fuck you just say to me? And she was like, you didn't get the call? And I was like, no. And so I began to drive very, very fast, trying to get on the other side of town. So then I called his dad, and I can hear in his voice that he was crying, and he was like, Daisha, I'm sorry. And I was like, hell no, where y'all at? And so I got there, and I seen my son from blocks away, but I can see that it was blocked off. I can see him at the end of the corner, and I could not get to him.
Why didn't they not let you get to the body?
Seeing how it was a crime scene, if I walked on the crime scene, I could contaminate things. Maybe footprints or, fingerprints or weapons. I could probably, contaminate it so they wouldn't let anybody onto the crime scene.
What would be your what would you say to the kids that was at the party that know what happened but is using the quote unquote no snitching policy? That's why they're not saying nothing.
I would, if it happened to them, they would want people to express themselves and come forth and give information if it was about them, And so I just ask that if you know something, say something. If you saw something, come forward. They have hotlines that you can call. You can be anonymous. You don't have to give your name. You can just, tell them whatever it is that they that and then they'll take it from there. It's a $50,000 reward. Somebody saw something, so somebody should say something, because my son didn't deserve that. And you guys are all young too, and he's supposed to be in class right now, and I don't supposed to be standing here saying these words. He's supposed to be in class amongst his peers. So, yeah.
And for my last question, I'm sorry, I gotta ask you these questions because I know, but did it affect you even more because you know that Quincy wasn't no type of gangbanger or anything? So did it make you even more frustrated with the situation?
Whether Quincy was a gangbanger or not, which he wasn't, by the way, it still would affect any mother, because you lost your child, the person that you birthed, the person that you raised, the person that you uplifted. Whether he was a gangbanger or not, it still hurts. It's gonna hurt for my whole life. I'm never gonna be the same. I'm just out here trying to survive, taking it one day at a time, motivating myself by doing my same, routine, going to work. He has siblings that he left behind that still talks about him. His sister just asked me the other day, I'm ready for Quincy to wake up now. She's 3 years old. That was his best friend. And she doesn't understand. He has 3 other brothers who also still speaks about him. And so it still hurts everybody very, very much. And so, yeah, he wasn't a gangbanger. And I did lose him the way that I did, which was horrible. And I'm going to be like this forever. I don't have a heart. It's really, really dark. Really, really dark. But I still show love to people, but I'm hurting, deeply. I cry in the inside, whether I'm crying now or not. Within, it's painful. I wouldn't advise this on any mother, I wouldn't want nobody to go through what I'm going through. So, yeah.
All right, thank you.